Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to do a quick recipe on our version of a coleslaw. We're going to start with one cabbage, a carrot. We're going to go with mayonnaise. We have avocado oil mayonnaise and we're using half a cup. If you want it creamier you can add more, but we'll get a sense for that later. We're going with 1 teaspoon of mustard, regular yellow mustard. We're going with half a teaspoon of oregano and half a teaspoon of salt. Again, this is up to preference depending on how much salt you want in there. You can taste it and figure that out for yourself. Alright, so I've cut the cabbage into 4 pieces here, and we're going to start by shredding it on the long side. And this is really up to preference. You can determine how thin or how thick you want the cabbage to be. Alright, once you're done cutting at least one side of the cabbage, what we're going to do is try to chop it up a little bit more just so we can put that in the bowl here. And you can put your hand on the knife here, grab the other side, go ahead and chop it up like so. We just want to get it into smaller pieces. You can mix it up again and then repeat. Alright, so just going to show you here. This is the consistency that we're looking for. It's a little bit thinly sliced. You can get it thicker or thinner if you want, but this is what we're looking for. So we're going to go ahead and toss this in the bowl here and get moving. Alright, so the next step is the carrot. We're going to go ahead and start this off by peeling it. I want to get some of that dirty skin off. We've already washed it, but this is going to help us even more. Alright, so now that we have it peeled, we're going to go ahead and start getting it shredded. We're going to use this surface here. I'll show you the consistency once we get it out here, but you're just looking for a finely shredded carrot. Alright, now that we got it all nice and shredded, that's the consistency we're looking for. Just very finely shredded, some small pieces in there, but overall gets the flavor across. We're going to put it on top of our cabbage here in the bowl. And we're going to get ready to cook it up. Alright, we're going to start off by putting some water to boil. Alright, we're going to start by transferring this over to the sink. We're going to get our boiling water. We're going to pour that over. Now what this is going to do, it's going to soften up the cabbage and carrot for just a little bit. You don't want to leave it here for too long or else it's going to become too soft. We still want some of that crunch in our slaw, so just be sure to cover everything here. Alright, and be sure to mix it around, get every piece in there. And you don't want to leave it in here for too long. I'd say at most probably 50 seconds to a minute. And sometimes that may be even too long, so just get a feel for it. See how it's getting soft. Now what we're going to do is get the strainer. We're going to go ahead and pour it in there. And now we're going to let it sit here for a few minutes just to let all the water come out. Alright, we left the cabbage and carrots to strain for at least about 10 minutes. And we're going to go ahead and start adding these ingredients to it. So we're going to go ahead and start with half a cup of mayo. Like I said before, we're using the avocado oil mayo, whatever mayonnaise you want. Remember, the more you add, the creamier it gets. So we got about a half cup here. Put that in. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and move on to our mustard. We're only going with a teaspoon here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and dump that in here. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to move on to our oregano and salt. We're going to go ahead and start with a half of a teaspoon of oregano. And we're going to do a half teaspoon of salt. Now keep in mind, this is up to preference. If you want it more salty, less salty, it's completely up to you. We're going to go ahead and mix this all up. Alright, grab your fork, grab your bowl, and we're going to go ahead and start mixing this up now. You want to make sure they get around to each and every last bit in this bowl here. Alright, so did a quick taste and realized it needs a little bit more mayo. So we're going to go ahead and add that now. So overall that'd be around a cup of mayo. Alright, and this is our final product. Looks pretty creamy, looks good to me. Don't forget to add oregano. We've learned the hard way that eating quite a bit of cruciferous vegetables, especially cabbage, can lead to some fumes exiting your body. So, the best way to counter that is some oregano. And that's about it for today. I hope you liked it. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Appreciate you stopping by.